So today's guitar is a bit of a mystery. Looked at from afar, you see Fender written on the headstock, and you see a Telecaster shape, and so naturally you assume this is a Fender Telecaster, but no, this is unlike any Telecaster that came out of a Fender factory. And if you look closely, it's got a transfer on there, and there's no sort of made in California, made in USA, made in Mexico, no other distinguishing marks on it anywhere whatsoever. And I must say, I bought it some years ago on eBay, and it was Fender ? I didn't pay that much for it, but let's look at what we've got here. We've got a solid body with this rather fine see-through purple stain, and the front has a cap of maple, which again has this nice figuring. It has the conventional Telecaster layout, the maple neck with a skunk stripe. We've got Sperzel machines on here, good quality machines, it holds very well. Everything else is, except the pickups, is as I got it. We've got this funny little hook top on the scratch plate, and unusually we've got a thin line with a single coil and a humbucker, which is coil tapped. So there's the humbucker, or there's the humbucker as a single coil, and if I put it into humbucker, so we've got a lot more oomph. The pickups are bare knuckle blackguards, which I use to replace the originals to give it a little bit more bite. Usual 3-position switch, usual sort of it's a really flexible guitar. You can use it for nearly anything. At the moment we're going through my Vyse Vibrochamp clone. If I pull the bass out, we get a bit more drive, and we stick it onto single coil. If we go onto the bridge position, clean it up a bit. Down a bit more. Cleans up a treat. Neck is quite chunky, but really nice feel to it. It seems to have sort of PRS style binding. In other words, the front, when it was finished, they masked off the sides to give this binding, which is appears to be the same as the wood that the front is taken. Again, the hardware, I've no idea what it is. There's no maker's name. I haven't taken it to bits. It was suggested that this could be made in the Eggle factory when it closed down in Coventry. but I've no evidence to show that. Trevor Wilkinson, Fret King, make a Country Squire, I think they call it, which is this configuration, which of course has never been made by Fender, and he claims it's nothing to do with him, even though that's a kind of Fret King type setup. So there we have a rather mysterious Telecaster, which I've used for some years as a sort of a standard gigging, do anything you want, whether you want country, you want a bit bluesy, a bit more rocky. You can get it from a workhorse like a Telecaster. It's quite light compared to some, and that presumes because there's a lot of meat been taken out of it. Very robust, very resilient, has worn very well considering I've had it for, I don't know, 8-10 years. So there you have, really nice Fender Telecaster Thinline look-alike, but it isn't Fender. And if anybody has any idea what on earth it could be, please contact me, because I've fed up with researching it and I really don't know much of its history. I know it's a very nice guitar. It's not particularly valuable, so taking it out and such like is not a big deal. But it's a really nice instrument, but I wish I knew where it came from. I bought it from a second-hand shop in Newmarket. It was selling it on eBay for a friend, so he claimed to know nothing about it. Neither did his friend. So anyway, there you have it. A fully functional, interesting Me Too Fender, but that is not real. Okay, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any ideas what it might be. Thanks a lot.